for the 10th grade unit, we are doing research. I have to do my class a little bit differently because my class is diverse. So I can't just give my kids a research paper. I am more interested in teaching my students the skill of research than actually them doing a research paper, though they do one. So the best way for me to do with my kids is to scaffold the research. So we start first with step by step, and I grade step by step so that everybody can finish at the same time. What I want to make sure, first of all, that they do understand what they're doing and why they're doing it and what they're going to learn from it. So we know that we're doing research. So I teach them, first of all, I give them the dictionary definition of what research is. But then after I give them so much information about research, now I want to know, what does research mean to you? What is research to you? Now, when we first started doing research years ago, guys, you actually had to type this manually, okay? But because research is just changed and technology is just so awesome, you don't have to do that anymore. What I've done for you, I have given you 4 different works-cited citation generators that you can go to use that will generate your works-cited entries for you. The only thing you have to do, put in the information that they ask you for, it will generate it for you, and you copy and paste it and put it on your works cited page.
Today we started off in Dr. Smith's class with our research paper. We first did our definition of research, and then we proceeded to do our first body paragraph where we did our demographics and the culture and the 2 attractions. Then we moved on to our second body paragraph where we explained went into more depth with the 2 main attractions that you would go, if you wanted to go to our continent, you would visit. Then we moved on to our third body paragraph where we decided to do a little spin and a twist and actually do the culture and the literature where you can find it. And the last body paragraph was just where we summed it all up and with going into more detail with what we did in the first body paragraph.
So we're about to start our paper, so we want to get a hook. So what I have them do, I have them to develop their own definition of what research is, and they use that as their hook. Then after that, I give them a more or less like a structured kind of direction that I want them to go, though they can veer from that. I tell them what I want them to actually look for. And by giving them a scenario, it helps them to see where they're going. Okay? Your research will be that undergirding of the fact that it should or should not be studied. Okay? Then what then is a thesis statement?
A thesis statement is a person's opinion or idea on like a certain subject that should be incorporated, and that's like overall what they should do. But the way I incorporated my thesis statement into my paragraph is just like talking about poems and short stories on how they should be implemented in all world literature classes across the world.
Whenever we cited our evidence, whatever our research paper, we had to reword the all the key words and key points in that citing, and then we had to redo the sentence structure to make our own point, but it was still based off someone else.
I don't teach plagiarism because they already know how to do that. Okay, we mention it, but what I do for them, I teach them how to paraphrase quotes or whatever we're looking at in class. They get that all through the semester. At the end of the semester, now we're doing research. So now they know that whatever information that they go to the internet to get, they intuitively will paraphrase it, okay? So now we've gotten rid of plagiarism because they already know what they need to do for that. So we've done all of that and in the process of doing that, which was part of what we did this morning, a little bit of the paraphrasing or whatever, they get to do a little bit of the close reading. They also bring in the standard that teaches them how to cite. It also brings in the standard wherein they do a little annotating. So they do all of that on the research sheet. And we knocked all of that out in just one little class activity, okay? Done all that. So our work session today was the works cited page. And what I do for them, I give them several citation generators that they can use. And today I gave them 4. They could use any 4 of those. Because most of the time when they get in 11th and 12th grade, they're doing a research paper and they just bog down with it and, and all this kind of thing or whatever. Whereas if they learn how to do it in steps, then they can take that overall research paper that they would have to do in 11th and 12th grade and go forth and implement it. So it's been a good journey for them and one for me. And research is it's something that I think most students will have to do. And one of my goals as a teacher for my students, I want to give them life skills that would take them even through college and beyond. So what I want to teach my kids, I want to first of all teach them how to do research, how to read, how to write effectively, and how to present. Okay, that's the speaking skills as well, or whatever, because I know these are the kinds of things that they're going to use or need in order to be successful anyway in life. And so that's where we are in research.